Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all fine. So today we are going to deal with one of the most important topics in our daily life, and that is time. We use time, we look for time. What is the time? May I know the time? How long will it take? All these are certain questions that we ask in our day-to-day life. So today we are going to understand how do we understand how long have we sat or how long have we worked, how to calculate that, and how to read time and how to tell which is AM and which is PM and the other things. So the topic for today is time. So let's start with it. So we are beginning with this. I hope you can see the screen. Okay. So on the screen, you can see a clock and you can see there are two hands. One is short and the other is long. So if you see this one, there is a short one and there is a long one. So the short one is known as the hour hand and the long one is known as the minute hand. So normally when we write the time, okay, when we are when we are doing it in this way. So if we have, for example, I'll take another pen for you. If we take like this, if my minute hand is here, and if my hour hand is here, so we have hour hand at 3 and the minute hand at 12. So we write time like this, 3 o'clock. Whether it is AM and PM, that will be decided upon the duration or at what time are we telling. So this is 3. That means we first denote the hour and then we denote the minutes. So if we have a semicolon here, the number that is to the left it is hour and to the right it is minute. So let's try some of the things. So if it is 4:20, therefore, if this is the time, that means it is 4 hours and 20 minutes. If it is, let's see some other time here. So if we have time that is 7:35. If the time is 7:35, 7 is the hour and 35 is the minute. Understood? I hope this is very clear. The short hand is the hour hand and the long hand is the minute hand. And we first write the hour, then we put a semicolon, and then we write the minutes. This is a basic thing. We have more extension to it. It comes to seconds and nanoseconds. We're not going in detail to it. Okay, so with this, we can proceed. So after knowing the time, now we come to, we have heard it is 7 a.m., it is 7:30 p.m. We go to school. You know, if I have to go to school, my school set at 7:30 a.m. I eat my dinner at 8:30 p.m. So AM, PM, these are the things that we hear normally. So what is it? That is what we are going to deal today and deal in this entire video. So you can see here AM and PM. So AM means it means that anti-meridian. And PM means post meridiem. Okay. Ante here means, it means before, and post means after. And this word meridium means midday. So with that, let's understand before midday and post midday. Now, what is midday? We have the entire day starting from 1 midnight to the other midnight. This is the entire day that we consider. So when we consider this, so midday means the middle of the day. And when does it come? That is at noon. So any time that is before midday, that will be called as AM. And any time that is after midday, that will be known as PM. So there is a midday. The time before midday is known as ante-meridiem or AM. And the time after midday, it is known as PM. So from midnight, 12 o'clock, we tell it to be 12 AM till 11:59, also we call it as 12 AM. But when it comes to midday, 12, then this AM converts to PM. So after that, till 11:59, it is PM. But again, when the midnight comes, it would again become AM again. So from 12 AM to the next 12 AM, we call it as one day. And the middle of that day is known as our midday. The time before midday is known as AM. And the time after midday, it is known as PM. Did you understand this? I hope you have. So let's proceed in understanding the time in a better way using certain examples. So if you see, I have breakfast. When do we have breakfast? We have breakfast and the time is given to be, if you see in this picture, the shorter hand is at 7, after 7 not reached 8, so that means it is 7. That is 7 hours, and the longer hand is at 6, that means it is 30. It is 30 minutes. That means I told you it would be 7 semicolon and then we have 30. Is it AM or PM that we have to see? Now breakfast, do we have in the morning or do we have before midday? Yes, we have before midday. So we will write it as 7:30 AM. So we have breakfast at 7:30 AM. Understood? Next, we go to school. Let's first see the time here. The shorter hand is at 8. That means it is 8 hours. And it is at 12. That means the minute is 00 minutes. So it should be something like this, 8 hours. Whether it is morning, when do we go to school? The morning, is it before midday? Yes. So it would be AM. So we will write 8 AM. This is our time. Next, we have lunch. Again, we'll just see if we can see the shorter hand is at 2 and the longer hand is at 12. So it is something like this, 2 hour. We have to see whether it is PM or AM. When do we have lunch? Do we have lunch before midday or after midday? Yes, we have after midday. So it is post meridian or PM. So 2 PM. Got it? We have lunch at 2 PM. Next, we go to play. When do we go to play? The evening? Again, see, let's first see the time. We have the hour hand is at 5 and the minute hand is at 12. That means it will be 5 hours. Whether it is AM or PM, we'll decide. We go to play after midday. So it is 5 PM. So we go to play at 5 PM. Next, we go to sleep. When do we go to sleep? After midday. So it will be 8 PM. Did you understand this? Did you understand how to find out whether it is AM or PM and how to write the time? Thank you, everyone. I hope you've understood this. I'll come with the next part of this chapter in the next video. Till the time, enjoy. Thank you.